Keeping this simple. Hello, welcome back. Homemade mashed potatoes. You heard me. Homemade mashed potatoes. Very easy, very simple, and still people sometimes chooses the box version of the mashed potato. Go natural. You cannot compare the taste. And I'm going to show you how to prepare them. And remember, if I can cook it, so can you. You heard me? If I can cook it, so can you. So go nowhere. Let's create. I have 4 potatoes. And the first thing you're going to do, you're going to peel them. And I like using this peeler because it makes things easier. You know, just peel the baby like this, see? So having a peeler makes things very, very easy. But if you don't have a peeler, you can also use a knife and just peel this baby, see? Very simple. And I like to cut them in half. And I do that because I'm going to boil them. And it's easier for them to boil when they are cut in half because of the way that the heat can transfer to them internally and externally. Now in the pot, you put some water and you put the heat at high because you're going to boil these babies. And when you put the potatoes in, oops, I have a peeling here, doesn't matter. When you put the potatoes in, make sure they are submerged. Run to high heat. And you're going to boil them until they become soft. So I had this boiling for about 35, maybe 40 minutes. It depends on the stove. This one is took me about 35 because I got busy working in some other things here in the kitchen. But you know when they're done, when you push your tool, your stick, your knife or whatever, and it goes through. So what you do now, you turn this off and you're going to take the water out. That's very critical. You want to drain the water out. So I have a strainer here, container. You can do this in the sink too, by the way. But I just wanted to illustrate some things. Be careful with the water. I'm doing it here just to illustrate. Get that water out. Now while still hot, what you're going to do, you're going to get some butter. And I have about 2 tablespoons here for now. And what I'm going to do, while it's still hot, I'm going to put those 2 tablespoons there. You might need a little bit more. And you start squashing and mixing things up. See how easy? You're getting that butter melted, mixing things up. And then what you're going to do, you grab a little bit of milk. Doesn't matter what type. This is just regular vitamin D milk, but you can use any type. And you put a little bit, just a little bit. You don't want this swimming. You just put a tiny bit, just to get it wet for now. Just to get it wet. See? Because you want to keep it solid. And you start mixing things up with the butter. And the milk. If you want to, as you do this, you can add a tiny bit of salt Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Some people, you know, might add other things. In the past, when I prepared this I minced some garlic and put it there. But I'm keeping this simple. Keeping this simple. Just a simple mashed potato. See? See the tool I'm using? You can use whatever. You can even use a wooden spoon. And I move it around. And you don't want to do this forever because you don't want it to get too soggy. You know what I mean? You want to have some texture to it. So between the butter, the little bit of milk, and these 4 potatoes, we shall boil them for almost 40 minutes. As I was doing other things. You can create a nice looking homemade mashed potato. You know, and let me show you something here real quick. Look at it. See, look at this texture. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that pretty? Nice.
A little crazy, now I'm a little messed up, but I ain't got no maybes. You're my only one, I need you like a drug. My medication, love, yeah.